you did mention that this is your first time attending the Forbes Women Leading Women Summit. Just your quick thoughts on the event so far?
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me. Um, I believe that the event is just amazing, not only in the way it is organized, of course, flawless execution, but more importantly, is the diversity of the audience, the quality of the attendance, and how all topics are very much on point with regard to what it takes to transform the continent and the role that women have to play in driving that agenda. So, really, very, very good event.
And why do you think female participation is so important, especially when it comes to innovation?
First of all, it is key in the numbers, in the contribution that women represent to the population. Second, we know from research that has been done that when women thrive, not only themselves but the community and the economy that also thrive. So as we look at the role that the digital economy is going to take, in the years to come, we're talking 300 billion in the next 5 years. It is imperative that we have women play their fair share in driving this agenda. As we look at some of the data, it is believed that if we're able to make sure that they have access to the internet, access to information, to training, if you only look at e-commerce, they can drive 15 billion additional dollars to the GDP of the continent. It's just fascinating.
You mentioned earlier that when women thrive, it is the entire world that thrives. Everyone benefits. Talk to me about some of the work that you're doing in your role to uplift and empower women across all sectors, all levels of your organization.
No, absolutely. We believe in small business to start with because they are at the center of the economic activity of our continent. Plus, they drive 90 plus percent of employment. In that journey, we are working very closely with our ecosystem, with our partner, to make sure that we digitize SMEs. Because what we've seen is that the more you are embedded into the digital economy, the more resilient you are and the more you drive your economic development. So when we look at what we do specifically for women, we carve specific programs like the She's Next initiative to make sure that as we look at SMEs, we prioritize women entrepreneurs and we make sure that we create a networking opportunity, access to training, access to skill sets, access to mentorship to just make sure that we contribute to driving that agenda. And the beautiful thing is that our partners too, financial institutions, fintechs, are very much vested into that ambition, and we just are joining forces with them.
Ida, you are a phenomenal woman and you inspire many. I do know of that. And you are one of the most influential women in the African continent. So, what message do you have, or advice would you have for young women that look up to you and aspire to be where you are today?
The one thing that I deeply believe in is to make sure that you do not let anybody define for you what you're capable of doing. And that for me is so foundational. You have to dream big and just believe in yourself to make sure that you drive your ambitions.
You are from the stage, just touching on how digital innovation is shaping women in business. Your parting shot in terms of those sentiments you shared on stage.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here. It's such an incredible platform, and really, really grateful to be a part of it. I think my parting shot on the stage talked about networking, and as women being able to share our stories with each other. Because when we do that, it works both ways. One, we enable women who are struggling with certain things so they feel less alone, and the other way is we also learn. So I think that was one of the key things I closed with. even if you look at a lot of the work we do from a visa perspective, it's not just about funding women-owned businesses. It's about ensuring that we have networks that are easily accessible, as well as mentors, so that women-owned businesses aren't just, they are able to scale and create sustainable businesses.
Now, one of the many initiatives you are behind is the She's Next initiative, aimed at building and giving mentorship opportunities to women entrepreneurs. Just share a little bit more about that initiative as well, and some of the latest developments, as I know it's an ongoing initiative by Visa.
Absolutely. So She's Next is our global program. We're really very proud of it, and it aligns really deeply with what we're trying to do to digitize businesses. I think we really have seen that when you digitize businesses, you actually improve communities and ultimately the countries in which you operate. In terms of women-owned businesses, SMEs are the lifeblood of the economy, and most businesses on our continent are women-owned. I think the She's Next program has been phenomenal for us. Last year we had finalists that were really solving for key issues we face as a society, from environmental sustainability to infrastructure to things like waste management. And I think some of the really powerful solutions we saw were also digitally enabled. One of the really good examples is eFarmer, where they have actually created a digital marketplace where they're bringing farmers who sell fruit and vegetables and meat onto a platform to enable consumers to buy this. And I actually caught up with them just after I spoke, because they're actually exhibiting here today, to ask them, how has your journey been, post the She's Next event? And they had said, just by the visibility created in that event, instead of onboarding like one farmer at a time onto the platform, they've been able to onboard thousands at a time. So it shows you the power of when we invest in businesses, how we have the ability to grow them.
You make mention of the significance of SMEs as the lifeblood of an economy. What is the importance of larger corporations investing and giving the necessary opportunities to elevate and advance SMEs, particularly those that are spearheaded by women?
Absolutely. I think for She's Next is one of the examples. I talked about eFarmer now. There's another example of Molly and Mila. Also, I've just spoken to them now, where they are actually have waste management solutions for the community in which they're operating. Again, because us as a large corporate invested in the She's Next program, provided funding, provided mentorship and guidance and training, and also visibility, they've been able to grow their business post that. And I think the exposure that they've gotten, the experience and the training has enabled them to think differently about how they scale their businesses as well. So corporates absolutely have a critical role to play in enabling SMEs. And I want to stress again, it's not only about the funding. Funding is important, but it's about providing access to mentorship and networks, because we know that women face a lot of challenge in accessing this. And maybe I'll give one more point. When you enable small businesses to become more digital, you actually start to see a lot more of their transactions, where they spend, how they spend, what they're spending on. And then you provide the opportunity for fintechs and financial institutions to afford credit. And when that happens, those businesses start to grow and flourish.
So just a little bit more about your recent opportunity that has been afforded to you by the She's Next initiative. How did you feel when you were announced as the winner for the first South African leg of the She's Next initiative?
It was an amazing night. I remember before the pitching, I got there 2 hours before my pitch. I was in the bathroom and there was this content creator. She was like, "Why are you here?" I was like, I'm so nervous. I don't know. I just want to go home. Maybe I'm not fit, perfect fit. I don't deserve the spot to be the finalist. So she encouraged me to go in there and just be myself. I went on to the stage. I shared my story. So it was an amazing experience. I will never forget that day. It has made an impact in my life, a life-changing opportunity
And
for
here
me.
you are. Here you are. You
Yes, I
were the perfect
am.
fit for the opportunity. What are some of the benefits, some of the rewards that you have reaped as the recipient of the initiative?
With after visa, after I think it was 2 weeks after visa, they took us to London for it was investment week. We spent a week there making connection, like meeting with other leaders, and also they empower us with the resources, the networking opportunities like today to connect with other women-led in various industries, which we am also exhibiting under the visa. They paid everything for me to be here to showcase my business, which it was very productive. I already made two, three clients, including Botswana. So it has been amazing. They've been supporting financially in growing, scaling up my businesses. We meet also with the mentorship coaches and the experts in the green energy space.
And you just mentioned now some of the benefits you have reaped. But what else? What is your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs, specifically women entrepreneurs who also would like to achieve some of the success that you have gathered so far?
To women who want to start their businesses and also want to walk in this entrepreneur's journey, I will say, believe like if you believe in your story, like go for it, don't hesitate and do it with audacity. Don't give up, like start small. I believe in starting small and being teachable. Don't be miss I know it all, I can do it alone. Be teachable and connect with the right people or the people like this event who can assist you or help you to achieve your goals, and or maybe to scale up, or someone to mentor you to have a journey with you in your business. It's not easy. It's not an easy journey, to tell you the truth. Especially in starting the business, someone has to believe in your product. So you need to make a great and form good relationship with the people who can help you to scale up.
So alone you can go fast, but together you can go far. Mahlati, thank you so much for joining us here today to give us some of your insights, and we hope to see you again next year.